Good morning. Welcome to build day 31. And it's chilly out here. I slept like a rock last night. I got up at 9 o'clock this morning. It's 10:30 now. I'm still not awake. I want to go back to bed. Or just sit and space out or something like that. But we can't. We got this mess to deal with. I got to debug that. I had that working yesterday, and I noticed in the nighttime walkthrough, it's not working, and it's my connections up top. I was dragging wires and hoses and everything else across them, so that'll be a quick, easy check. I've also got to get that one wired up. I got to get the screen material in. I got to get the graveyard put back together so we can get it lit up. Plus, I've got this prop, that prop, and that prop to hook up to pneumatic. This one, the circle just slides in and out. Morgan's tombstone here, which you're seeing the back of, goes on that one, and that guy just stands up, lays down. And that one shoots 4 blasts of air up to ruffle the sheets. Especially sheet goes. I don't know how it's going to work. It didn't work very well last year, so we're screwing with it. So I've got that to do. I got 2 light boxes and this is all I am focusing on today. The goal is to get it totally done, totally working, and getting the hay in here and being done with graveyard. The fun thing about the pneumatics is just not running the airlines. They have control boards for each of those 3 props, and it's actually only 2. One control board runs that one. The other control board runs both that prop and that prop. So fun. Breakfast of the day. Whatever the hell you're hungry for. That's the mood I'm in. How about deep fried kale? We'll dip her in batter and deep fry her. I don't know, maybe that's a little gruesome because you'd have to skin it too and de-gut it. And we couldn't eat our kale. She's too lovable for that. Fall back, old standard. Apple fritter and a glass of milk for breakfast of the day. And with that, I'm going to attempt to get to work. Okay, another segment. This is the only segment you've had since the opening. But I've been working in the graveyard most of the day. We got the screen in, and I've got the ghost working. I got one other little thing I need to do with them, and you'll see it here in a second. I had Morgan's tombstone, which is a pneumatic, and the sign up and working. Right now the sign is working, Morgan's isn't. I'm running into a problem with that style of mech. I can adjust the speed of it coming up, but it going back down is so forceful that the skeleton, there's a bar running up its back that it's attached to. In fact, you can see it there. When it lays down, or goes to lay down, the skeleton is slowly rising up the pipe. And when it does, it's hitting the base of the tombstone. And it's actually, I was looking at it, it has broken the neck of the skeleton because of the force of it coming down and it riding up on the pipe. I think what I need to do is probably use some pipe clamps instead of zip ties to help lock it into place a little bit better, and that'd probably solve the issue. It's either that or I need to redo the mech somehow, and something I'll think about. But right now it looks good that way, you know, like it's popping out of the ground. So I'll just have it disconnected. So again, this year it will not be working. It didn't work last year because the hinge broke on it during testing. I got the hinge fixed, it's working fine. Now I just got to address the skeleton, and I'll do that at a later time. Another mech that was not working right last year was my grandparents. Originally, there was supposed to be a ball with a sheet on it that traveled up and down the pipes, and they didn't work and fell apart. So Sue-Ann took some ping pong balls, stuck them to the top of the poles, and then put cloth over them. And then I took the 4 air jets, or solenoids that were on the back, and just had them as air blasters, you know, to hit people on the ankles and stuff. This year, I have it doing this. So it looks like one of the jets is hitting the other ghost and not the ghost it's supposed to. So I'll have to fix that. But I got a little bit of work to do on that. And then the sign, which was the only one working last year, is working this year. So right now, pneumatics in the cemetery are finished. I just need to get the lighting up and working. I haven't even gotten it installed yet, but we'll get it sooner or later. In fact, I'm going to be working on that now until after dinner. We'll get the lighting done. And that's the problem I got to fix. I need to put some glue on the front here to keep it from flipping over the back. And I need to do it on all the ghosts. And there we go. That's the air jet. It was pointed at the wrong ball. Yeah, I need to fix the front. But anyway, I will be doing that next, and then it's on to lighting, and we'll get this lit tonight and the hay in. Sue Ann wants to come in and cobweb that tree and that tree over there where the peepers are, and then she's going to do some work on the fence line as well. So, and that she will probably do tomorrow. She's waiting for me to get totally done. So, time to put the camera down. Time to get back to work. And I think my cookies are done. My phone dinged. Okay, no nighttime look with the cell phone because I'm just freaking frustrated. Okay, you're going to get it with this camera and it's not going to look all that good. I ended up getting that lit up. That tombstone, the dog, the hands and the dog. And I got around here to this corner and I just spent the last 20 minutes. My line went dead. I'm trying to figure out what the hell did I do? And I'm doing connection after connection after connection. Used up all my spare wire I had. I'm right down by that orange light down there. And it's like, okay, what the hell am I doing wrong? And I noticed I had snipped, I was trying to hook up a light, and I noticed I had accidentally slipped my main, I'm getting tired. I had accidentally snipped my main power line. So the wire I was trying to hook up had no power to it. And I was just like, what the hell? Okay, it's time to quit. After 30 connections, it's time to quit. So I am just done for the day. And you're probably not seeing me very well. I'm in shadow. Of course, you might be seeing a light box back there. I mean, a silhouette of me. But I'm going to call it quits. We'll finish doing the lights tomorrow when it's daylight and I've had a night's sleep. I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 9 more lights to hook up and I'll be done in here. And I can get the hay in the display. And we'll give you a nighttime look tomorrow. Hold on for your end of the day wrap up. Okay, end of the day wrap up. And yes, I'm frustrated. Damn it, I wanted that damn graveyard done today. Spent all day just working on that one area. Didn't do anything else, just working on that one area. Started out running the pneumatics. Started out with my grandparents' headstone. That's the one with the ghosts above it. For the most part, it went straight, pretty. It was a straightforward hookup for the most part. I had problems with one of the solenoids, one of the air switches. It failed on me. I ended up having to replace that. I got the board hooked up like a dream. Not a bit of problem. Sensors working and everything. So that tombstone, or that mech, is working as intended. But no, one of the projects I did over the winter is I went through and I refurbished all my Scooby-Boo boards. And they're working like a dream. And I want to thank Tim Thompson, Scuba Spook 1. His boards, once you get used to dealing with them and everything, are a dream. But it hooked up really well. Went over to work on Morgan's tombstone, And it is actually working. The mech is doing exactly what it should be doing. I spent a lot of time, though, trying to dial it in, and got it for the most part dialed in, but the prop, it's half of a Costco Skelly that's been corpsed. I need to find a better way of attaching it. Last year when I did that mech, the hinge I had on it, to lift and lower the skeleton, failed on me. So we ended up having it as a static prop. Well, this year the Costco skeleton failed, and I don't have time to really deal with it. I just want out of that damn graveyard. So it's going to be a static prop again this year. And then the cemetery sign I have out, the Ghastly Rest Cemetery sign. Plugged it in on air, put the solenoid and stuff on it, and it worked right from the beginning. I didn't have to do any adjustments, nothing to it. It just worked. Went and hooked it up, got it hooked up to the brain box. Again, not a problem. It worked. But then again, I spent 3.5 hours, I think it was, on that. And I did end up middle of the build too. I did have a couple of errands that came up, last minute errands that came up that I hadn't planned on. I did have to leave for a couple hours, so that cut into my time. Lighting was going really good up there until the last, and it's just, okay, I'm getting too tired, it's too dark, I need to call it quits. So, as for tomorrow, we're going to get that lighting finished. Shouldn't take more than a couple hours at the most. Tack it when it's broad daylight out and I'm awake. Get that lighting done, get the hay in, and then I can turn that whole graveyard mausoleum set over to Sue, and she can get in there and start working on her magic. She start working her magic in there with some vinage and cobwebbing and stuff. She has some ideas. She wants to try a couple of new things this year in that area, but I don't want her in there while I'm trying to run wiring and everything else, because I don't need to be tripping over vinage and cobwebs. So she's kind of chomping at the bit. She wants to get in there and do that. Me, I want to get done in there and get out of that. I want into the witch display, which is going to be pretty much straightforward. I do have a Scooby-Doo board to put in for the Three Sisters, and then the rest is just lighting, and that display should go really quick. The courtyard area, this area here, and its hallway will be real quick. I need to readjust the ghost in the hallway a little bit, and I've got one row of skulls. I think I screwed up the connection up top by dragging wires over it. I need to refix that. That won't take long. So hopefully tomorrow we can get the graveyard finished up, get the witch done, and pop into the courtyard, get the courtyard done. I think it's feasible, provided I don't get distracted with other things, and everything works as intended. Anyway, I'm going to go in, edit, upload, and go to bed. Stay spooky. Stay toxic.